Hello, everyone. This is fantastic. It's wonderful. It's good to be here today with Michael and Nathan at the VAU Mic Check. They're fantastic people, wonderful, beautiful people. And I just want to tell you that you're going to really enjoy this mic check. You're going to enjoy breaking your patterns and doing whatever it is you do as voice actors. You're all wonderful. You're beautiful actors, and I think you're going to do a terrific job. So with that, take it away, Michael.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much. Okay. Welcome to the VAU Mic Check. My name is Michael. That was my co-host, Nathan, doing his best Donald Trump impression. And today we are continuing with the theme of non-announcery, if that makes any sense. Was that? Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
That makes great sense.
I don't know. This is a highly untechnical term for what we're trying to go for. Is the unannouncery announcer. And of course, this is spurred on by things like asking questions from a very, very professional or authoritative point of view without actually coming off like that. So I think today's script really, really nails it. But that's my personal opinion. Hopefully that comes out in the reads. But with that, without any further ado, why don't we get somebody to go ahead and demonstrate the script for us? Is there anybody willing to go first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Well, Shane, whenever you're ready, go for it.
All right. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Okay. Well, opening it up, what did you all think?
Yeah, that felt announcer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It did. I just breezed through like an
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at the performance. What I mean to laugh is the fact that, yes, we are finally focusing on the goal. You see, well, okay, so the biggest difference between an announcer read and a not announcer read is your storytelling. Is what is the script really saying? And focusing on that. Because when you don't necessarily have a clear idea of exactly what the script is trying to get you to say and trying to get you to do, it's really easy just to be like, well, I mean, it's just telling you about our financial advice. Well, why would people want to know specifically if they're getting the right financial advice? Like what connects all of the dots here? What puts the story together? I mean, people who are concerned about financial advice are obviously people who are very, very interested in their, in their retirement. So what kind of audience is this going to? Like, what kind of audience is this script speaking to? And this is an open question. Anybody can go ahead and answer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying probably people approaching middle age who have got to the point where they need to start getting those ducks in a row.
Okay. Does anybody else disagree with that, or does anybody else have?
No, I would say people in their mid-30s on up, probably starting around mid-30s, maybe a little bit older than that, depending how conscientious they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sound. Yeah. Well, yeah, because most of the time, anywhere between 25 and younger, it's like, hey, what do I got to worry about my finances for? I want to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It depends upon where you're coming from, too. I mean, there's some people that, even in their early 20s and younger, they're like uber responsible and thinking where their stuff's coming from.
Well, so then I guess we can comfortably say this is definitely for working class adults.
Yeah, the largest demographic is above 30.
All right.
Sounds about right.
So there's our audience for a script just like this. What other kinds of people or what other kinds of concerns would somebody have if they're worried about getting the right financial advice? Because that's
Well, probably. I mean, family is probably in college expenses, student debt, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Health, medical, health care.
well, what if the audience to this has no idea what good financial advice even is?
And that is true.
What if they are what if they're absolutely brand spanking new to the entire investing scene? So these could be people that are just barely starting out their investment career.
Somebody they can trust.
Yeah. So they're looking for, the kind of trust and reliability that, I don't know, maybe their more successful peers or other people that they want to be like go to. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily the right answer, but at least it's, this is definitely a starting point. It's looking at all of the little bits and pieces that make the script the script.
Rochelle asked a good question. What if you're a youth talking about college debt? Trying to pay off those student loans, you need financial advice. That one firsthand. So, yeah, she made a good point right there.
That's true. I don't think that many people are considered investing at that age. But it's a good point.
Actually, my son, he's kind of playing around with investing, and he's like, 21. So it does happen. And definitely needs financial advice every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's the thing, the script also doesn't necessarily say that it's for investments.
True.
That's true.
So yeah, it's definitely not selling a Roth IRA to a 22-year-old kid who's just barely getting into the idea of investment.
Yeah, and still paying on his student loans.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that could be another thing. It's more just general financial advice. So that could be another way to approach it as well, that maybe this is this could be for a slightly younger demographic than just working class adults. Because, you think of financial institutions and the kind of people that they would want to be working with, you'd think they'd want to get them younger and younger.
Oh, yeah.
Now, it is my personal opinion that this is written way too authoritatively for that demographic.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that doesn't mean that it can't be performed that way.
Yeah, but if that's the way it's written, then most likely that's the way the client wants it. That's the demographic the client is looking for.
Yeah.
The client isn't really looking for the younger ones. The client is looking for the older people.
Well, that opening question, too, implies that these folks are shopping around for financial advice. So they've been around the block once or twice at least. So, how do you know you're getting the right financial advice?
Yeah, you're right. That can imply that it's this is somebody who has some experience in this, but it can also imply somebody who just got some advice maybe from family or something like that. Like don't go with those massive institutions that are just going to rob you blind. Just put all your money in a savings account and let it sit and grow.
Just put it in a mason jar in the backyard. You'll be fine.
Yeah, like how do you know that that's not good advice?
Coming from the South, okay, buddy?
Well, it was pretty obvious, at least with the mason jar, if not the accent.
Keep it in your mattress. You'll be okay.
But let's go ahead and sort of solidify this, because we're going a little bit all over the place with the ideas. Demographic, let's go with working class adult. Looking for the right financial advice. So why would you want to try to assuage their fears? What's the whole point of asking them? Are you getting the right financial advice? I mean, I think personally that we've sort of done that with the whole, they might have gotten financial advice earlier and are looking, for what is actually useful and what isn't.
Yeah, and being able to being able to tell the difference between the places that you visited and who offers you what. So,
Okay. So let's see. At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients.
Yeah.
We work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. Okay. What is that trying to say? What are we trying to get people to feel with that? Like with saying that, you know,
sort of that American Express goes above and beyond.
Yeah.
okay, it goes
And
above and beyond.
And they're kind of geared toward the individual.
Okay, there we go. That it's geared towards you, that you're the one who sets the financial goal and that we help you along, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we've parsed all those little pieces out, let's go ahead and put them together. So now we have a demographic, we have a particular audience, now we have our general message. Why don't we go ahead and put that together and take it from the top?
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
All right, what did you guys think of that, Reed?
It felt a little less on the announcer side, and you know, he leaned back more into being friendly about it. But at the same time, on that last line, or actually the last two lines, he started to drift back over into being a little more rigid with his delivery.
Okay, anybody else have any different ideas or notice anything else about the read?
That's probably what it was. I was trying to come up with it because it sounded better, but it still didn't sound like it could. And so he probably hit it on the head. That's most likely what it was.
Well, there are certain words in here, in fact, each of the sentences that that nudge at the story a little bit more. You hit right financial advice at the top, I think, pretty well. I think that was a good way to open it. You know, how do you know you're getting the right financial advice? Because it's not about the financial advice; it's about the right financial advice. You know, at American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients. You know, quality right there. I don't know. I feel like that's the one. You know, we provide we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. You hit your on that one, and every time you hit, anytime, and this is just in general for anybody, anytime that a reference to the individual, again, what is that? Pronouns?
Yes.
Right? Yes. Okay. I have to recall my, grade school grammar. Anytime you hit a pronoun a bit too hard, you immediately sound like an announcer. It immediately goes to that.
Why am I hearing Nancy Wolfson in my head going, your, and you, and...
Yeah, well, it's that same kind of feeling.
It is. She addressed that in a video I had watched. And, I remember her talking about not punching too hard on those pronouns.
Yeah, the pronouns are just to involve the person in the story. They're not the main point. Now, if they're underlined, if they're italicized, that's a different story. But and also in certain cases, it can be brought up that those pronouns are important, but you definitely don't want to hit those too hard. So I think the main point there would be your approval. So we give you the financial advice so you understand what it is we're talking about, and then we want to work towards your goals. So whatever those goals are, now that you're armed with the right financial advice, we want to tailor everything to your approval.
Gotcha.
So then down in the last sentence, we deliver clear recommendations Not just recommendations,
Yeah.
but clear ones, easy ones. Clear recommendations that can be acted upon, and
And regular reviews, yeah.
yeah, and regular reviews, so that we're constantly monitoring this for you. We got your back. We're going above and beyond. So try to stay away from the pronouns and hit those little storyline enhancers there.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
All right. The only thing that I would say is go ahead and button it up. Just make sure to end off on a down note at the end of the script, because it sounds like you're going to continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rochelle said she liked the way you said the first line.
Oh, the other way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat box here. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Okay. Once again, it still sounds like you're going to continue.
Still sounds like I'm on there?
It still sounds like you're going to continue, like you're going to keep going. It didn't really end off the idea.
Okay. Let me go one more.
Okay.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. Toward your goals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thankfully, since this script is pretty short, you can take your time a little bit more with it.
Yeah. Yeah, let me slow it down one more and do one more.
Go ahead.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
All right, opening it up. What did you all think?
He buttoned it up at the end. It worked.
Yeah, definitely the best read.
All right. Anything that you noticed that he might have done particularly well, or that you thought was a little odd?
No, nothing sounded off this time. Not that I caught anyway. It sounded like one they could use.
All right, well, I don't have any more to say.
Unless in the odd situation they say, we're going to go with take one and maybe glue in that last line from take 5.
Unfortunately, that's not really an odd situation. That happens all too often.
Yeah, it does, really. I actually had a chance to ask a producer just because we work close side by side. I'm like, so exactly why did you decide to use take 1? Just my own personal curiosity. He said, well, it fit with the tone of the music I was putting in the background. Seriously, he did it because it fit with the music, because of my pacing. I'm like, well, that's pretty good decision, because me, I thought I was kind of like, a little less energetic, like I would have used take 2, but okay. That's what I'm thinking in my head. But at the same time, like, because I was curious, I'm like, I wonder why he did that. And
Music is the most important thing.
It's like it just fit with the background music. Hey, you heard it here first. That is why that decision got made. And you never know. That may be why sometimes.
Oh, it's very true. It's very true. And that's why you have to give them a bunch of different reads going down the line.
Almost makes me think he's a radio consultant on the side. It's all about the music. Shut up and play the music. Nobody wants to hear it.
Exactly. It's probably why I did this one spot because there's a station that's all about the music. So I did this thing where I kind of started out with just kind of yammering away, like yakety yak, and just did a whole bunch of stuff. And then I was like, are you tired of this? Do you want more music? And then, just kind of pushing the radio station. And he took what I had done at the beginning and pulled it together, and it sounded like, this guy can do Walla well. It's just kind of made it sound completely annoying, and then me coming in with my smooth tone and, hey, let's give you some more music. Made for a good radio spot.
Well, the producer is supposed to have the the overall view, the overarching idea of what's of the way it's supposed to sound. So,
well, that's the big thing right here. And even with this, it has to fit whatever scene they have behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than likely this may be a radio spot. It is excessively short for anything else, unless they're like running a whole lot of video and then they just toss that in there. You know how that works. Well,
mm-hmm.
I definitely do. But so it's like, kind of ties into asking the question, all right, I'm talking about financial advice. What am I referencing here? What am I looking at?
Mm-hmm.
What scene am I standing in while I'm talking to this person about getting the right financial advice? And you got that stock footage of some guy in a suit and a tie leaning over a desk, looking at a computer with somebody else, with their hand on their back, pointing at something, showing them this can work this way, that sort of thing. And it's all imagery that we're, enhancing with what we do. I probably just borrowed from Nancy Wolfson. Thank you, Nancy. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm sure I got that from her.
Well, if you're going to get it from anybody, she's definitely a good source. Well, anyway, why don't we go ahead and move on? Who'd like to go next?
I'll go.
All right, Nathan. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and go for it.
How do you know you're getting hang on. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide to our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
She said, we'll work on the problem. You're having this issue.
Okay. Sorry. I got interrupted.
No worries. Well, guess what? You hit all the pronouns.
I did, didn't I?
You hit all the pronouns. Anybody else notice that?
Yeah.
Oh, why was it one of those brain things where it's like,
pronouns.
Avoid this, and then you're stubbing your toe every time.
All right, this is my verbal slap on the wrist, okay? No. Bad.
I'll do it again.
Don't hit the pronouns. Just go for it. Try it again. Just
Okay.
monitor yourself. Don't hit the pronouns.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
You hit the last one.
I hit the last one.
You hit the last one.
Mm.
Progress towards your goals. That's where people want to be. They know they're your goals. I think it's pretty obvious by now that it's your goals. So emphasize the goals. Regular reviews that show progress towards your goals. Or end off on a down, as I've been saying, end off on a down note. And regular reviews that show progress towards your goals. Also, again, if anybody else heard differently, feel free to disagree, but it kind of sounded like you threw away the first question. Like your opening line, you just sort of glossed over.
Yeah, I kind of blazed through that one.
It was a little jarring. But anyway, why don't you go ahead? Go from the top.
Okay. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
All right, opening it up. What did y'all think?
Rochelle said better.
Thank you, Rochelle. I do absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, absolutely.
But though I do agree that it was better, there is... I'm getting on your case, Nathan.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm getting on your case. Even though it is better, again, that first question still got glossed over very quickly. Like this is your opening. This is how you're supposed to get people to think, wait, am I getting the right financial advice? So you want to let that question hang in the air just a moment. Give it just the slightest little extra beat after the question mark.
Gotcha.
So go ahead. Give it a go.
Marked my script accordingly. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Guess what?
Pronouns.
Yeah.
You did it again.
Oh, goodness.
It's all been, I mean, again, you see why though, right? Because all of the rest of the writing here has been, nudging it towards, this is all about you. This is all for you. This is your, this is your future. This is your financial plan. And we have to, that's sort of drilled into their heads. Well, yes, I get it. You're working with me for my approval, my plan, my everything. Why is it again we're emphasizing that we're going with my goals?
Yes, and I am hearing that. I am hearing Nancy in my head. You and your.
Well, hey, stop that.
I will
Remember,
fix this.
we're the ones who do the critique.
Yes.
When you're behind the microphone, when you're acting, you're acting.
Yeah, not critiquing myself, by the way. I'm just hearing that in my head.
Well, you know what I mean. Just
No
silence that talk. You need to. You're focusing on the script. This is where we are.
Absolutely.
So anyway, without any further ado, go for it from the top.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
All right, what did you all think of that? Opening it up. Let him have it.
Still think you hit that pronoun on the last sentence.
Yeah, I think he did. Okay.
Hey, we can hear you. It's just really, really, really quiet.
Okay.
But we can hear you.
Unfortunately, in Zoom, I can't make volume adjustments.
Yeah, there were some things that Google Hangouts did do quite right.
That's
You know,
the
on
thing
top
I
of
miss
everything,
about Hangouts.
all the massive things that kept changing and then getting wrong.
Sure you're on the right mic? That's a mistake I made. I didn't have the mic turned on. I had a laptop mic on.
No, it's not that. It just hates.
Actually, that's a little better.
I put it on automatic, and I was just saying that I was going to try to say that the pause was a little too long because it made it feel like it was sinking in. And was weird.
Okay, so the pause was just a bit too long. But yeah, you definitely hit that last your. Just try it from and. Try and regular reviews. Just go from that to the end of the sentence until you can sort of like, muscle memory your way into emphasizing more of goals than your.
Okay. And we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Just do the last sentence.
We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Okay. Let's I think it's time for a pattern break. Because you read it the exact same way twice in a row now. So it sounds like it's definitely time for a pattern break. All right. Let's see. Oh, what was the name of that? Okay. So Saturday morning cartoons, there was this, what was her name? There was this old curmudgeon squirrel who took care of her nephew who was all crazy. Do you remember
Oh my
that
God. Slappy.
Oh,
Slappy, that's it. Okay. Do you remember the wolf from the Slappy Squirrel?
Yeah, I think I do believe I remember the wolf. He was
All
like
right.
this.
You're doing this as the wolf.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide your clients. Our clients. Oy vey. And we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that can show progress toward your goals.
All right. Well, that sort of started drifting into Zoidberg, so let's do it as Zoidberg.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide to our clients. And we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that can show progress toward your goals.
And now, hearkening back to the opening, you're doing it as Donald Trump. Go.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide to our clients. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, fantastic, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that can show progress toward your goals.
All right. So now that we've gone around a little bit, let's get back to Nathan.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval, and we deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Okay, you added an and in there, but besides that, I think it definitely helped out a bit. What did you all think of it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, I was big difference, big change.
It's still there. Not quite as pronounced, no pun intended, but they're still kind of there.
All right. So it's still just a little bit there.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Let's see, because I do the same thing, and I've noticed myself doing that on lessons with Nancy, where she's like, no, get off the pronouns, get onto this other word, and I find myself, hitting both of them. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon, and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. You know what? Go with progress. And regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Which progress is a word that should be more emphasized.
Yeah, there you go. All right, give it a go. Give that a go.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
There you go. That was it.
Yes!
That was the read in my book. What did you all think of it?
Excellent.
Does Nathan get the thumbs up? Is he hired?
Yeah, he's got it.
All right, congrats, Nathan. You hired.
I just found a trick, and I did this last night, okay, which being a character actor, it's one of those things, but I was trying to do something last night in an audition, and I was working on getting into this character, and I wasn't finding the right persona for the character. My wife made a suggestion, and it just kind of like opened me up to it. So I did this impression of someone and then continued with the body language of the impression, but used a different tone, and went back into my signature voice, or at least, one of them. and came up with the character's persona by keeping the body language of the impression I was doing. I kind of did that just now with the extra added emphasis that I was directed to do with adding the word progress. Made all the difference in the world. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, no problem. That's what we're here on the Mic Check for, is to just try stuff. You're supposed to make the mistakes here on the Mic Check. That way, when you're actually doing these auditions, when you're in the studio itself, you've already gone through it all. You know how to overcome them.
And I got to say, there's one thing you can learn from Donald Trump. He knows how to use his hands when he speaks. That's one thing. Every voice actor in the world, if they agree with him or not, they can learn.
Yeah, speaking with your hands, just emoting in general is the right thing to do. I remember when I was going through, again, hearkening way back in the day, when I was going through my basic, beginning voiceover training, I remember being told, if nothing else, at least have surgeon hands.
Absolutely.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you think about, a surgeon that has just scrubbed up and they're going into the ER, how they have their hands up and they're trying to keep them away from everything else. At least do that. At least have surgeon hands if you don't know what to do with your hands while speaking. Obviously, that'll come later on. You'll work it out. It'll happen. But yes, at least have surgeon hands.
I never heard that before. That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah, well, what it does is it starts getting, once you make this more physical, it starts getting you into it more. You start feeling it more, and that's when your read is really going to change. So that's some really good advice. Start with a character that can deliver it well, and then use the same body language. Like, that's some really good advice. A little bit more of an advanced technique, though.
Yes.
And also, it doesn't quite work out so well for us non-character actors. But, you know, if nothing else, the most minimum basic thing you can do is at least have surgeon hands. But I'm sorry, Nathan, what were we going to say?
Well, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, well, I've always talked with my hands. You know, I'm one of those kind of people. I mean, as a kid, it's like if I'm standing next to you and you're sitting down, duck. It was one of those kind of things. But that's the thing. It's just like kind of learning to use body language that you never used before. You know?
Yeah. When I first started, I had no idea how to talk with my hands. I'm generally just growing up. I was generally that nerdy high school kid who would spend their recess reading books, you know. So I was pretty socially inept, and it took me a long time to get down the whole reading with your hands thing, the whole emoting with your body and with everything when you're behind the microphone. But once that came out, oh boy, was it freeing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Do we have any other volunteers?
I'll take a shot.
All right. Well, whenever you're ready, go ahead and go for it.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews to show your progress toward your goals.
All right, what was your guys' impressions? Opening it up.
Well, that was a pretty good first read.
One quick question, Jim. Do you copy off the script into something else, or do you read it from the chat window?
When I can, which today I can. Sometimes I can't copy it out of that chat window for whatever weird reason. But today I took it off the chat window.
Okay.
I've got it where I can make changes to it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes with the chat window, it won't let you right click, so you have to kind of use keyboard shortcuts and just like Control C and Control V.
Yeah, well, that's what I would use. And for some reason, it would only let me it would only copy like the first 3 words or something, which was really strange.
That is really strange.
So what I would do is I take the chat box, separate it, and then enlarge it. And it would, you know. But today it worked fine. I got to copy it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a stumble there, and when I hit that stumble, then it kind of fell apart in the middle.
Yeah. This is one of the reasons why Nancy says if you ever do have a stumble, I mean, this is completely the opposite of what I've told you to do in the past. So, you know, I would say go ahead and listen to the voiceover coach professional. Mm-hmm. I am also growing as a voice actor too, so you know I know I am not always right, but what Nancy Wolfson says to do, what she recommends, should I say, to do, is that when you do hit that mess up, start from the top.
Yeah.
Because instantly your mind is now hitched on the mess up. Now sometimes you can get away with a quick pickup if you can maintain the same mindset, you know, the same feel that you had for the rest of the read. But it's usually good to go ahead and start over because it'll completely kill the character and the feel that you had going.
Yeah, which is what happened on there. It totally fell apart after that. I had a couple more stumbles even after that.
Yeah, so go ahead and start it from the top.
Okay. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
All right. What did y'all think of that one this time? Got it. You stunned him.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. You kind of danced a little close to the pronouns like Nathan had been doing, but not like punctuating them like he had.
Yeah, for this script, for your delivery, I would say make sure that the question at the beginning comes off as a question. I noticed Nathan.
Rather than rhetorical.
Well, no. It's genuinely supposed to get people to think, "Hey, am I actually getting the right advice?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really supposed to get them to question. Do I trust my uncle's friend that said that, yeah, he'll take care of my finances for me, or should I actually go to an institution like American Express to help me out?
Mm-hmm.
My whole family has gone to Vinny. All these years, they've gone to Vinny for financial advice. He's in prison, but they still go to him. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? Makes good sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. That's the only comment, huh?
That's the only comment I've got so far.
All right. Well, we'll give it another shot then. Since nobody else has any comments. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
All right, he gave it a little bit more of a question field. Do you think that hit the mark?
I thought that opening question was rushed a little too quick.
And the pronouns.
No, I'm hitting the pronouns.
Every other
those pronouns
toward your goals. Yeah, for some reason it's like it just wants to jump off the page.
Yeah, that's why in reading it over again, I really think the proper enunciation, the proper little emphasis should be progress. We deliver recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a good script marking to do with that would be put a set of brackets around progress just to make it stand out.
Well, everybody has their own unique marking. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I wish that there was a standard marking for the industry. I don't know. If you guys find one, please let me know, because I'm probably completely in the dark about it.
I kind of learned this one from Elaine Clark.
There's the old Associated Press style book, but I don't know if that's even really followed much anymore.
And from what I understand, it's pretty. It depends on the individual how they do the marking, and some people probably don't even do the marking; they just, mark it all up in their head. And to anybody who can do that, and still perform the script well, then you are, some kind of otherworldly being. But
yeah.
I will tell you, there's a really good program. I don't know how much it costs, but there's an app for iPhones, and I'm sure they got for Android too. iAnnotate, which is a really good little virtual, real-time script marking program.
From what I understand, that is really good, especially for reading copy off of a screen.
Yeah.
iAnnotate, huh?
Yeah, that's only for an iPhone or Android. I can't use it on a computer.
No,
it's for mobile devices only. It's really.
Oh, okay.
I got it for mostly for doing like longer form audiobook type work, and it's served me pretty well.
Good recommended app for the day.
iAnnotate. Let me see. I've got my phone in front of me right now. Let me see if it's on the Android Play Store.
I don't know if I want to use it on a phone. It's a bit small. I might use it on a tablet, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's only for Apple.
Yeah, all I'm seeing is PDF readers.
Yeah, same here. So, yeah, it looks like it's for Apple only. I mean, if you have an iPad, that might be a good place to use it. It might be a good thing to use it on.
Yeah, mine's all Android.
Yeah, same here. But there you go. For anybody who uses Apple products like an iPad or an iPhone to read off some scripts, there you go. I annotate. Use it. It's good stuff.
90% of the acting community.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, let's get back to the script, shall we? So when you changed when you try to emphasize the first sentence as a question more, you really lost right.
Okay.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? And look at me, not even sounding like a question. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? No. Yeah, there's something weird written about the script, isn't there? Yeah. Look at me. I call myself a voice actor. I can't even talk. There's something weird about that question, isn't there? How do you know you're getting the right financial advice?
It seems contextually weird, like there's something that should come before it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I said, this is probably tossed in like right underneath of the visual of somebody getting financial advice. And then it's like, how do you know you're getting the right financial advice?
Yeah, it's okay.
So you got to kind of put the context in your head of where it's coming from.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice?
Let's give it another
I
shot.
guess there really isn't a way to end on an up note without it sounding odd. Okay, well, then ignore that because, you know what? That part
is pre-life it with, you're getting financial advice, but how do you know you're getting the right financial advice?
Mm-hmm.
You could do
So
that.
that adjust it right there. It's just by pre-lifing it and then just slicing off the pre-life when you're done recording it.
All right, well, why don't you go ahead one more time?
All right. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress.
Started from the top. Yeah, the character was, definitely lost in the flood.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. And there we go, at that same spot. For some reason. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial. Boy.
All right. Go ahead. Take a deep breath.
Can I get through this one at all? Hang on a second here.
There's always that one. It always happens. It pops up for some unknown reason, and just something gets in your way from being able to complete it.
How do you know you're getting the right financial? Now you go way up 3 octaves. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we provide meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
That was a really, really solid read right there. What did you all think?
Yeah, that was definitely the home run of the bunch.
Darn mute button. Yes, that was a solid read.
Oh, believe me, I know the feeling. Darn mute button. Yeah, no, I think that was your best read yet. You overcame.
Yeah, I think so. I made it all the way through.
Yeah. Well, not just that. No, you had it was a really good flow. You hit, very subtly in your own way. You definitely hit all the different storytelling points. And what I mean by that is just that, it wasn't like you were overtly trying for it. You just naturally happened to hit the story points, which is really, really good stuff. So yeah, congrats. You're hired. You've done it.
Good.
All right. Let's see. I don't have the screen in front of me. How many people have not gone?
Let's see. Rochelle, Xavier, if he wants to go, and Takia.
Okay. Well, Rochelle, Xavier, Takia, would any of you like to go next?
I would, if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. It's a little quiet again, but we can hear you.
Yeah.
How about-
And by the way, I can adjust your audio a little bit in post, so it won't be too bad. So you're fine.
How is it now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Let me move this.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that can show progress towards your goals.
Well, I don't know what happened with your microphone, but suddenly the game.
Yeah,
the
it
right
popped up
thing.
there.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It went up?
Yes, it went up.
Yeah, your levels went up, and good tone.
Yeah, the tone's good. It seemed a little bit rushed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really high. My head was crooked, and I couldn't.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So it felt a bit more on the serious side for my taste, but that's just personal preference, I guess. I don't know. Did any of you notice anything that sort of stuck out to you about her read? Good or bad?
Other than going fast, I didn't really.
Yeah, just the speed was the only thing that I really saw on it. Or
Yeah,
I should say.
amazing. It sounded like she'd been doing her homework on this while we were all chatting it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, pacing a little bit. Definitely slow it down. But other than that, I would say try to lighten up the tone just a bit. But, you know, again, personal preference.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
I think the pauses could have been a little bit longer,
Okay.
especially after that first sentence.
Yeah.
Take a little bit bigger beat after each of the sentences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, though, I call me crazy, but I think your tone is a bit too serious for this. Because yeah, we're talking about finances, and yes, we're talking about getting the right financial advice. But this is supposed to be, you know, the whole point of this is to ease people's fears about going for financial advice, about listening to a financial planner.
Yeah, and in a small way, the tone sounded like she was going to go into side effects may include.
But it can include you might get screwed out of your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely, I feel this definitely does require a lot more of that lighter tone. You know, it seems scary right now. We're here to help you, though, and here's how.
Yeah. Just add a small hint more of a smile into it.
Okay.
And whenever you're ready, go for it.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
I was smiling the entire time.
I thought that was better.
Yeah,
The beats at the end of the sentences would fit in a lot better.
To me, though, it sounded exactly the same as the last read.
Yeah, that was definitely an improvement.
Okay, well then, I guess I'm the only one.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing. Stop with the apologizing. It's not the point.
Never apologizing for you.
Don't apologize. We're not. This is not a personal critique. This is just a.
There's no apologizing in VO.
Just like there's no apologizing in comedy.
No, whenever you want to say sorry, replace it with okay.
Okay.
There you go. No, because honestly, the thing that's going to kill reads, the thing that's going to kill authenticity in your reads is trying to please your, whoever you're working with. Because once you're left to your own devices to do your own auditioning and things like that, you only have yourself to work with. And if you're in this mindset that you have to have, whoever's listening's approval, then you're not able to focus on your more authentic sound, on who you are, on drawing the story out of this. So I don't know. I may be wildly off the mark, but still, I feel like I should put something like that out there for anybody else who might be listening who might feel that way. But you switched into this much lower tone and this lower voice when you started up the script. And I think where your voice is naturally, just where you are now, can work perfectly fine for it.
That kind of is my natural, is me around here. I'm just really, really nervous, and I either go too low when I get nervous, or I just sound like a 7-year-old or something. And I'm sorry. I'm not okay.
You can really use that to your advantage, because I'm the exact same way. I sound like I'm much younger when I get really nervous.
I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Okay. So if that's your normal tone, then good. We'll go with it. The thing is a lot of it as well was sort of flattened out. And what I mean by that is it was all really okay. I'm trying to find the right words.
The medical read.
Michael, do you think it would help if she took it and if she did at least one take in an entirely different and just way over the top direction, like we sometimes do, and maybe even give it like a almost like a Jerry Lewis interpretation, like, how do you know you're getting the right financial advice? And then dial it back from there.
It could very well help.
I'm gonna probably make you guys feel bad, but I don't think I've ever seen a lot of Jerry Lewis to even understand.
Well, just do it over the top.
Just pick a like an over the top comedy, comedian type that that.
Okay.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you know Robin Williams.
I do. I'll do my.
It's not about the voice. It's about the feel.
All right.
Exactly.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial service we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
Now you go right into regular read.
Bob, say it. Okay. Now do it again. What?
Yes.
Normal.
Yeah, go right into your regular read.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial service we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon, and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
Well, in a hurry to get to the goals.
I'm also a naturally fast talker, and
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. You got to really work at it to get to slow down.
And there we go. That's
Rochelle. Have you spent any time in radio?
Huh?
Have you ever spent any time in radio?
No. know.
Okay, well, I'm one of the reason I'm asking is because, you know, because I've been in it for about 25 years now, and the tendency for radio people, and this applies universally, is that they're used to getting, when they're doing, you know, commercial production, they're used to getting about 40 seconds that they've got to cram into 30 for a spot. And so as a result, my biggest obstacle making the transition into voiceover was doing exactly what you're doing in terms of rushing things. But so I just wondered if maybe that was your point of reference.
No, I'm naturally a fast talker, and I even had to go to speech therapy to slow down to the speed I am now.
What you got to do is
Maybe your niche should be the disclaimer to think of those car dealer spots.
Yeah.
I would say so.
You have to talk that it seems real slow to you. You seem like you're talking like a snail. That's what I have to do. To me, it seems like I'm talking real slow, but then on the playback, it sounds natural.
I can probably do that. Should I slow down in the next take, or should
Yeah.
someone else go?
Yeah, that one was fast.
Go ahead, slow down in the next take.
Okay. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice. Bob Saget. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
Still seemed a little fast.
I stuttered through that take. I was so slow.
Yeah, it was still kind of rushed though.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you got to talk like real slow. It seems like to you. That's the only way you can do it. You got to think like you're talking way too slow for your pace. You got to feel, and it comes out all right.
Are you really? Okay.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? Like that?
Well,
Yeah,
imagine
I like that.
Imagine this.
That's the step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But imagine that, you know, you're walking through the script, and each one of the words is a footstep. So right now, the pace that you've been giving to us has been sort of a faster walk. You don't need to slow it down, you know, an insane amount, but definitely at a more relaxed pace, at a much more slow, you know, stop and smell the roses kind of pace.
Let me give an analogy here, and maybe this will help, maybe it won't. But when you're doing a car commercial, you're going to sell a Lexus a whole lot differently than you're going to sell. You know, every market has one of those really fast talking. Hey, come on down, $199 down, $199 a month. So you're going to sell those two types of cars very, very differently. So think of what you are doing as being that really hard sell, you know, fast talking car dealer, but you're going more for the Lexus read, for the, you know.
Yeah. Just think along the lines of that classic tagline, the relentless pursuit of perfection.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
That was better.
Yeah, that was definitely headed in the right direction. There were a couple of words that you rushed through, regular being one of them, but
well, after the first sentence, you sped up a little bit, but it wasn't as bad.
No.
The pace of the first sentence was perfect.
Yeah, and you had that little bit of 2 beats timing between the first sentence and the second sentence.
So should I try it again, or should someone else? Or I feel bad if I'm taking up your time.
Oh, no. Don't feel bad for taking up time. This is what we're here for.
Yeah.
You know?
Again, you never know if something that we review for or talk about for your read can actually help other people.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
And it
very
will.
true.
Good thing.
Very true.
Can I be heard?
Yes, you can.
Hi, everyone. How you doing, Rochelle? Oh, such a frightened little bunny. All right. Let's see if we can help you out. All right, darling?
Okay.
You know, and this is the kind of thing that pisses me off about the voiceover industry and all this coaching that's out here now. When I started in the business, there were 2 voiceover coaches in the country. Okay, maybe 5. All right. Now they're over several hundred, and we're more confused about how to get the point across in a read more than ever before. And I'm putting myself in that boat as well. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going to stop reading copy. It doesn't work. I want to communicate with a listener. Who in your life, Rochelle, can you be 100% honest with?
My husband?
Talk to him
Okay.
and say these words.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice.
All right, slow down. Just take your time with it. That's the key to it. I mean, you know, it's now you're emotionally connected. Now you're alive. So whatever you're concerned about, whether or not this is sounding right or whatever it is, whatever right may be, you're there. Now just breathe and tell that story.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
Much better.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think believability is now more elusive and more important than ever before. And, you know, you guys have heard you understand my current wrestle with this whole terminology, the celebrity read, right?
Yeah.
And I just think it's a real tragic thing that's happened to voiceover performers, not only financially, the ones that aren't celebrities, but, you know, artistically and creatively. People are walking around thinking, well, celebrities can read it that way, but the rest of us have to worry about reading it this way. That's in our subconscious is where it is. You know, celebrity is no different than me or you. They put their pants on the same time. They got to go to the bathroom. They got to deal with bills. You know what I mean? If there's any difference, they're actors. And they don't know shit about voiceover. They know if they've earned the title of celebrity, then I'm going to believe that they're at least a slightly better than mediocre actor. And that's all they're working with. That's all they're working with. They just know how to tell the truth and find the truth and say it. And the whole thing about the pronouns, okay, my 2 cents on that, you know, it's like telling a person not to do something. You know, don't think of a pink elephant. Okay, see how far you get with that. You know, it's like what the alternative has to be much more attractive than what I'm trying to avoid. That's my only point. You know, so that's my sermon for today.
Well, the thing is, you brought up something in direction that has a bad habit of confusing some people, but seemed to work really well this time around. And that is the whole idea of telling a voice actor to speak to one of their friends or speak to somebody that they're close to. Now, for many people, that can cause this confusion, this double layer of acting. This not only do I have to be the financial or the, company representative, but now I'm also talking to a friend about that.
Well,
I mean,
remember I asked her.
No, in this case, it worked, though. In this case, it worked.
Now, and I hear what you're saying, although my thing was, I didn't know who that was going to be for. I just said, who can you be honest with?
No, yeah. It was an indirect way of reaching that point, but I think it was a better way of doing it than just saying, hey, imagine talking to your best friend about this.
Right. Yeah, because I don't like that either. Yeah, I might, depending on the day, I might be able to be completely honest with a total stranger.
Exactly. And it causes this really awkward double layer of acting, which is why I generally like to avoid that. One of the other issues that we have on the mic check is I like getting everybody's feedback. I like getting everybody's input on things. Sometimes, though, it can be really overwhelming because you have 4 or 5 people saying something and then one person being like, okay, just imagine it this way, and then somebody else trying to come in and maybe support that point. But it can come off overwhelming. It can come off like a lot of information at once, and that I can totally understand can be very, very nerve-wracking.
My voiceover session.
Like a regular voiceover session.
Yeah.
Depending on who you're working with. But
A solid case of what do you want from me?
Yeah, well, yeah, and at the same time, it's like it gets you into the mode of overthinking. Okay. I ran into some technical difficulties last night in the middle of an audition. I got in here and I slammed into a wall, and I can dive in and out of character at the drop of a hat. It's no big deal for me, but for some oddball reason, all of a sudden, everything was just like I wasn't finding that place, wasn't finding that character's persona. Okay. And what happened was I had fallen into the trap of I was so busy solving a problem before I came in here that I stayed with the problem, Okay, like, okay, you were dealing with your audio issues earlier, Rochelle, and that kind of gets hung in your head, and then you're trying to do the read, and you're like hoping to God something doesn't drop out on you while you're reading, and then it just kind of picks up your pace, And so there's just a matter of adjusting for overthinking, It's like, okay, I'm in here, I'm in my box, I'm throwing everything else away, and I'm moving forward with this, And of course, there's always that one little piece of direction you may get that'll just like give you that aha moment. But the big thing is, it's just like saying, okay, I'm being given directions from all sides. The engineer just told me that there was a strange scratching noise when I said my last line, so I got to go back and redo the line. It's like, okay, slow down, pull back, and just take that first direction from the director and then move forward.
Yeah.
Well, again, a lot of information coming at you at once, but that last read was really, really solid. You did a good job.
It was. Very, very good.
So you can relax.
Okay.
Let's see. Would anybody else like to go next? Takia, Xavier?
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
Xavier Paul, how do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. Is there more, or is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Was I rushing? It felt rushed. I don't know. How did that sound?
No, it just didn't end off.
Oh, okay.
Like it sounded like you expected there to be a lot more afterwards, which, I don't blame you for.
No, because it has that feel to it.
So this is TV, and what are we seeing? I mean, does that, I mean, that could influence, I mean, I've made a choice on what we could be seeing.
I would say you're seeing someone, you know, sitting at a desk in a bank, you know, they're getting spoken to by, you know, some guy in a suit and tie or lady in, you know, her power suit or whatever she happens to be wearing. And, you know, all that imagery is going on that they're getting financial advice from someone. And then, of course, they're layering this in underneath saying, how do you know you're getting the right financial advice? You know, basically pointing them and pointing the viewer and or listener in the direction of going to American Express.
Okay. Okay, take two. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. Yeah, it's my New York accent coming. Regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. And thanks for the Y-E-R on goals. That really helps my New York accent.
Oh, man, how did that end up in there? Hang on a second.
Towards your goals.
Oh, goodness. Here,
Towards
let me
your
put that
goals.
copy in. There you go. What in the world happened to that?
It's called the internet.
Dennis Haysbert would do it. Here's how he would do it. You know, the car door would slam. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. And then he rides off into the sunset.
Never to be seen again.
That read was good, too. And, of course, emphasis on progress. And no stumbling over the pronouns.
All right, now I want to try something else. Here's a Keith David thing. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. Was that different than the one before?
Not heavily.
Slightly?
Slightly. There was a few slight little nuance differences. You know, it sounded a little bit smoother.
Yeah, the whole thing about real conversation, tempo shifts. At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our client. Like at American Express could be slightly faster. It doesn't have to, or it could be at American Express. We measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients. But I'm not sure about at American Express. We measure the quality of financial advice we provide our client. You know, then that's metered. I don't know. I mean, I'm just talking out loud here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, both those reads had a smoothness to them. One was a little bit more, which, I mean, Dennis is more rigid in his delivery anyway, just the way he comes across. You know, I think it's more delivered that way because of the tone that he uses more than anything else.
So here's my question. Distinctive doesn't have to mean non-conversational. Distinctive does not have to mean announcery.
No.
In fact, quite the opposite.
Exactly.
When you go to announcery is when you're not distinctive.
Yeah.
That's when your nerves and their storytelling Your nerves take over and your storytelling gets killed.
Yeah.
Because, anybody can sound like the announcer that talks down to you. That's when you don't know what's going on in the script.
Yeah.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval.
That sounds exactly like a spot that I hear at the television station every day. There's a couple, they do their own spots. Shouldn't, but they do. I'd really love to send them my information. But, they have this spot that they do, and they're selling nutrition products, okay? And it sounds exactly like that. I mean, it's very mechanical, very, you're keeping up well with the teleprompter, but at the same time, you're keeping up with a teleprompter. That's all you're doing.
Going back to distinctive versus announcery, announcery is when you don't know what's happening in the script. Announcery is when you're just reading. So you don't actually have to go into this bombastic or crazy stylized voice to sound crazy stylized voice to sound announcery. Announcery is when you have no idea what the script is really saying, and you're just reading it. Distinctive is your individual style. It's trying not to change up your voice, trying to sound as relaxed, as calm as you can, while telling people the story of the script.
Okay, got it. I would like to try one more, if I may. And I need to ask a question. Well, see, what I deal with as a performer of color, it's kind of like having two voiceover careers. You have this group of people that are saying, come on, what's wrong with you? Just sound black. And then you have this other group of people that are like, what's wrong with you? Why do you sound black? What's the matter with you? So, nope, listen, I'm not complaining. It's totally fine. As far as I'm concerned, it's twice the money. Which leads me to my question. If there's a running on BET or Afro-American market, could I get away with either of those last two reads? Or, does it have to be a little hipper, a little cooler, a little more urban, a little more,
If you were going for the African-American market, yeah, I don't think you really hit it.
Well, my idea about that is, it depends on the client.
Yeah.
Because you could, I guess if you really wanted to, bring one side of your personality out more than another when it comes to a read, depending on the demographic, I mean, you could. Personally, I think that, that last read would have worked totally fine in whatever situation you were hired for.
And I feel that way too, Michael. We're dealing with, the entertainment field,
Yeah, and I realize that the entertainment industry is very targeted in certain places, and I'm sure that that if they were going for a very specific target, they would let you know that beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
But in my personal opinion, from what I've heard, I mean, I honestly think that read, depending on the client, would work totally fine in wherever that's going to be aired.
I thought it was a good general read.
Yeah.
A general read. Like I say, if you were going for one particular thing, no, probably not. But for a general overall read, yeah, I would agree.
Right. All audiences.
Yeah.
All audiences. Whatever color. Everybody can relate.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Yeah, I guess maybe one of the, I don't know what you might call it, a pet peeve, a habit, a compulsion, or so, I suppose, is I get into, okay, if I were going to do an alternate read, let me see something a little grittier, a little more street, a little more, I went through a long period of going, well, what do you mean by that? Come on, is that a slur? What do you mean more black? What do you mean more blah, 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 blah? But you know what? Then when that residual check showed up, I was like, man, I love me some fried chicken. Man, no, girl, man, and so, I'm an actor at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
And I go, yeah, I know, I get it, yeah. Because you know what, when I think of people like Denzel Washington and when I think of Morgan Freeman, when I look at his performance in Lean on Me, it's quite a different performance than what he does in Street Smart.
Yeah, but if you also listen to Morgan Freeman's commercials, anything that he's in for as in an advertisement, should I say? Sorry, I don't know why I can't talk this morning. Regardless of whatever read he does, I mean, it fits perfectly well on BBC America, as well as anywhere else that it would they'd want to air it. On BET, on Fox, on wherever, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess the advantage that Morgan Freeman has is that he's Morgan Freeman and his voice is very distinctive and, it's very recognizable. But going back to your whole idea of the celebrity read is that I haven't noticed, at least, and, I'm one of those weirdos that actually does listen to commercials when they pop up and listen to the voiceover on commercials. I haven't noticed him trying to sound more black in any situations where, a more black audience would be there. You know what I mean?
Indeed. No. And that I wasn't, I agree with that. I'm looking more at his ability to act and still be authentic regardless. So that if I get a spec and they're like, because, I'm an actor here in New York City and I'm also a voiceover artist. There are times I'll go in and they're like, we are familiar with what you do as an actor. We love your voice. Just do what you feel comfortable with. And then there are times I'll go in and they don't know me from Hill of Beans and they're seeing everybody. They're seeing rappers. They're seeing spoken word artists. They're seeing a wide cross section. And they specifically are needing, no matter who does the spot, a gritty, urban interpretation or approach or sensibility, a certain raw thing going on. Let me just try something and to not talk. Probably the best way to get my point across is just let me just try this. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients. And we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
I hear what you're going for. The thing is we're talking about, being authentic here in this, and that, to me, at least, this is just my interpretation. That to me, then again, I'm used to hearing you, whenever I do hear your performances, I'm used to hearing them as more of a middle of the road, middle tone sort of, relaxed and natural read, rather than trying to put on any specific sort of grit or demographic. So to me, from what I've heard of from the performances that I've heard you do in the past, it doesn't sound as authentic as the previous takes that you gave.
I agree. I kind of got movie trailer more than anything with that last one.
But again, that's just what I've heard. I mean, if you're getting hired for these things and if that's working for you, then do it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the reality. I'm getting hired for a lot of, really.
There you go. If that's working for you, if that's something that's specifically working for your career, do it.
The authenticity. Well, then how is authenticity measured? Is it are they just comparing reads? Comparing. I mean, we know we're being compared to other voice talent.
Yeah, honestly,
how would they know? But if I do, I'm curious as to their thought process as to what they feel is would be more authentic. I mean, I would.
Well, that would definitely be something to follow through with for a casting director or somebody like that.
Yeah, you got to figure out the client's mind for that, and that's pretty hard.
Well, yeah. What I mean is it's really subjective too, because we can feel one way here, And this is why I always encourage people who come onto the mic check, regardless of what level they're at, to always go seek some professionals in the industry. This isn't professional coaching. This is feedback from other artists. This is not professional coaching. So this is really subjective. And from what I have seen, in my career, at least so far, is that's kind of what it's like throughout the industry. Is authenticity is sort of a subjective thing for people, because you could have one casting director that is looking for something like that last read that you gave, and to them that could sound really authentic, and to them that's what authentic means. You could have another casting director that thinks that sounds like total bullcrap, and they want you to read it like I don't know, like somebody else entirely.
Yeah,
it really is difficult to pinpoint these questions down, because it does hinge on, first of all, what the client is looking for, and secondly, who you're working with. Casting directors, the client themselves, whatever the case may be. It could also depend on what they're looking for. And sorry, I spoke right into the microphone there.
Kind of taps into what I was talking about earlier with having that discussion with that producer. I mean, I just actually had the liberty to ask, why did you pick my first take? And he said, because it fit with the music.
So again, if you really want to know those things, I mean, it would behoove you to certainly ask those people who are in the position to make those decisions. Because right now, we can only give our subjective ideas of what they could be.
That's true.
So I would love to be able to have an answer. I would love to be able to help you out. I would love to be able to help anybody out who comes on the mic check with all the answers that they could possibly want. What I'm trying to provide here, though, is just, insights from what I've seen in my career so far, and from what I've experienced, and from what I have seen. It's really subjective.
Well, it's just a tough call. And I think, not just women deal with this, various performers of color, various cultures, are coming into the voiceover industry. They have their quote unquote native tongue, right? And then what we need in the industry, right? Standard American speech, right? So for years, just from a technical craft point of view, I've dealt with being able to be authentic and emotionally present in the context of neutral speech. That's like an actor thing to be able to develop. And then, then it's funny. It's weird. Sometimes it feels like when I kind of go back to, because, I'll hear clients say, okay, that was great, Xavier, but now you got to do it like you're talking to one of your buddies. And I'm like, okay, well, why don't you be my buddy?
I know.
My buddy and me.
and again, these kinds of things are really subjective. Authenticity is subjective, if I may put it that way.
Yeah.
Because what could seem like a completely natural and totally normal and entirely uncolored read to you could have some sort of nuance that somebody who's listening can pick up on that probably wasn't even intended to be there.
Yeah. And I guess it's because I deal with the dissonance, right? People of the subjectivity. I've got to be mindful. I'm just reminding myself, I've got to be mindful of the tendency to want to work from the outside in, of the tendency to want to copy and paste an urban thing on. It's got to come. It's got to happen organically. It's got to be a very organic acting choice.
That's exactly right, and I think that would apply to anybody when it comes to any time that you're going to go in for performing. For a performance, regardless of what it is. I mean, it needs to be something that's comfortable and natural for you. Period. Regardless of what demographic you come from, regardless of what socioeconomic background you are. I mean, if you're a performer, perform. And perform to your fullest extent, to your most authentic self, to who you are. Because I mean, that in the end is your brand. It's you. Yes. I mean, I'm of Hispanic descent. All of my family, in fact, I'm the first generation to have been born and live here my whole life in America. And I have already had people contact me about that. I've had things like I've had people sending me emails in Spanish and asking me to see if I can perform in Spanish. And given more than plenty of time, I probably could eventually. I'm not super strong. My Spanish isn't super strong anymore. But you know, that's another thing that that comes in because of my last name. My last name Montes is South American, and sometimes I'm also asked to if I can perform with, you know, a Hispanic accent or with you know, anything like that. For me, my personal choice is to respond to those as, well, this is how I talk. I never grew up with a Hispanic accent. I mean, I'm a first generation American, but I'm an American, and I grew up in California, in Southern California, which is quote unquote the most neutral accent apparently. So, I mean, for me, trying to put on a Hispanic accent and perform, you know, to that demographic is not authentic, because that's not how I grew up. That's not how I was raised.
Yeah, I hear you. And I don't want to take up much more time, but you know, it's like, you know, there are agents that are only sending me, you know, Burger King, Black History Month, you know, got to be able to hit it. It's like, it's typical. It's like right back to that Robert Townsend movie, Black Acting School, Hollywood Shuffle.
Well, then I guess if I may boil it down to a simple answer based on, again, this is just from my experience, it's whatever feels most authentic to you. If it feels right going into that, if it feels normal for you going into that, and trying to you know, emphasize that part of who you are, and emphasize that that particular performance, then do it. I mean, just like you said, it's just extra money for you. If not, then it shouldn't be something you try to push yourself towards. It shouldn't be something you try to, you know, get outside your comfort zone just to try to do. You know, that won't be authentic for the performance. That won't help you in the long run. So it probably is not the best idea to go for it if it's not something that you feel is comfortable for you, is authentic for you, is part of who you are.
Yeah, I hear you. It's a tough part. The tough reality I deal with is that, you know, it doesn't, but it's what I book. You know, I just make it work and they buy it. So I deal with now being authentic and creating an approach, creating an interpretation that will work with the specs and still be authentic to me, which, you know, as you said before, is what really the point of it, no matter who you are. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe it gets confusing when on the client side, they're so sure that they know who we are. You know, so you get a statement like, "Come on, just be yourself." I'm like, you just met me.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, again, this is why this is the some of the best advice that I was given when I was just starting out, when I had one of my earlier agencies, and you know, I was kind of curious as to you know, how I approach some scripts that I don't feel comfortable with. The easiest thing I was told was, don't audition for them.
Exactly.
I mean, again, whatever your situation is, you work with it. But I mean, if that's the kind of work that you want to keep booking, go for it. If that's the work that if that's the only work that you're booking right now, but you don't necessarily feel comfortable with it, you may want to look into other markets. It just all depends on what your comfort level with it all is. If you can keep, you know, if there's a particular way you want to perform, pursue it. Yeah. If there's a particular way you're constantly being asked to perform and you're not comfortable with it, the choice obviously is on you. But in the end, if you're acting and you're not enjoying it, are you really going to be happy about acting?
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know your situation in full. I don't know everything that's going on in your voiceover career. I don't know. This is all just conjecture. But I mean, this is just what I have learned from my brief experience in the voiceover career, in the voiceover field.
No, I appreciate it, Michael. It's definitely one to grow on. Definitely. Well, it's a lot to feel through. through different experiences.
It is. But again, the beauty and the difficulty of any kind of performing art is not only your authenticity, but your comfort level and, your subject, how subjectively, what am I trying to say here? What is the right word? I'm trying to come up with the right word here. And this is my history of not really being a social person coming to play. It's still difficult for me to express my thoughts and feelings sometimes. It all depends on how comfortable you are with what you're doing. I mean, that's the performing arts in general. If you're not comfortable with performing, then not only is it going to come out in your performance, it's also going to come out in your personal life. If you are comfortable with it, then your performance is going to greatly improve from it. And your personal life should be technically unaffected by it. Or if not, I mean, if the only effect is that, or if it is something you're comfortable with, the only effect that it should have on your personal life is that you're more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Again, that's totally for you to decide and feel through. I wish we could, help you sort that out a little bit more, but this is your journey. This is your decision, your career.
Oh, for sure. And then this has been very, very, let's face it, every time I come here, I learn something, and with that, I'll gratefully pass.
Well, I'm glad that's the point of the mic check. Come on, learn a little bit something. Hopefully something will help you out. Anyway, we're definitely running a little short on time here.
Yeah, you guys are.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Yeah. Just a tad.
Do you want to go next, Ian? Or Takia, would you like to give it a try?
I would like
Takia has left. She
okay.
dropped off.
Well, Ian, why don't you go ahead and go for it, and I'll wrap us up.
All right. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals. We're pacing. All right.
Hey, what was that?
Oh, nothing. I said
what
that was
that?
great.
Huh?
I said that was awesome.
No. You say nothing. You stop.
All
You say nothing. I did catch a weird pause between financial and plan.
Yeah, my phone sort of shut down on me, and I had to turn it back on. So I was like, oh, no.
Okay, that's a fix it and post situation.
The only thing is yes, there was a little bit of weird pacing, but other than that, I think the tone sounded fine.
Yeah.
So go ahead, give it another go, hopefully without any mechanical flub-ups.
Okay, hold on. Let me just turn my phone back and on, so this time it doesn't go poop on me. All right. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval.
Okay. Stop. Just start from the top. Start over.
How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon and regular reviews that show progress toward your goals.
I thought that was pretty good. I'm kind of hard-pressed to pick anything in particular out. Does anybody else have anything that they've noticed? Or
No, it sounded like he punched all the right places. He didn't stumble over the pronouns. Dude's been doing his homework while we've been sitting here.
Yeah, that was a good read.
Oh, thank you.
Good job, Ian.
Yay.
Well, congrats. That was that was probably one of the quickest things in the takes we've ever had.
Easy,
Frankie, hit the applause button.
Yeah.
We're done here. Cut the music. We're done. That's it.
Alrighty then. I guess that leaves me now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Oh boy. All right. How do you know you're getting the right financial advice? At American Express, we measure the quality of financial advice we provide our clients, and we work hard to ensure that the financial plan we prepare meets your approval. We deliver clear recommendations that can be acted upon, and regular reviews that show progress towards your goals.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either. Yeah,
Oh,
you're
really?
good.
Do I need to
Neither did I.
work on my mic volume? Is it just...
You're
oh
clean.
no, you're
No, it was.
Clean.
no mistake.
That's it.
I didn't
That's
hear any issues with your read. I'll say it that way.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Dude, you're
No, I
good.
didn't.
Yeah, that's pretty clean, cut, dry. You know.
Yeah. Michael took every last little piece of direction that's been given through the whole thing and said, "Okay, this is the way this is going to work."
Again, it's cheating when you go last.
But on the other hand, it is proof that you're paying very close attention to everything.
That's true.
It means you're not distracted by anything.
You and I have been hosting this for how long now?
Yes.
Well, anyway,
we've had. Sorry, my cat just walked over my nose or something.
Now, that's why it's really valuable. Well, going at any point is really valuable because when you go early, when you go first, you are really you never know when some part of your performance is actually going to help somebody else's out. Because actually, I think it was last week when we had that older script that Nathan brought in. It was actually one of Xavier's performances that helped me interpret a little bit of the script differently. So, even though, regardless of what place you go, you're going to help somebody out or you're going to help yourself out.
Absolutely.
So it's always fun. I mean, regardless of when you go, you should definitely be paying attention to what's going on. But anyway, we are running low on time. In fact, we're over time. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining on this mic check. Thank you for all the great discussion and everything that we've been able to review. I think this has been a really good mic check, and I hope to see you all next week.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
Do the thing. Hit the music.
Oh, hey, and don't forget to subscribe. I mean, subscribe on YouTube. Go join us on Voice Artists United, and we're always here.